I've always been on the hunt for the best compact smartphone, and I've had my eyes on the Xiaomi 15 for some time. With a Snapdragon lead, a proper triple camera setup, and a massive battery all in the 6.3-inch compact body, I was so intrigued I imported one from China. So in this day in the life, I'll be taking the Xiaomi 15 through its paces to see if it is the best compact smartphone out there and if you should consider buying one. It's now currently 7:16, our battery percentage is at 99%. Let's get into this day in the life. Today I'm flying to Christchurch to visit some friends, and this time I did not miss my flight. As I said before, I imported the Xiaomi 15 from China, pre-installed with the Chinese ROM. It's actually quite easy to install Google, but I was annoyed to find out that a retailer in New Zealand decided to start selling the global version in New Zealand a few days ago. Anyways, if you can't buy one in your country, I'll leave a link that I used to import my one in the description. Now we're on the plane, it's currently 8:41 and the battery percentage is at 91%. Let's quickly talk about the display. The Xiaomi 15 is equipped with a high-end compact display, a 6.36-inch OLED panel that has pretty much every feature you could ask for. An LTPO 120Hz refresh rate, high-frequency PWM dimming, 12-bit colors with Dolby Vision, and a full HD 1200p resolution with a 90% screen-to-body ratio. To put it in short, this display takes care of your eyes and looks great for watching movies and content. It gets bright enough to view in outdoors, even under direct sunlight. Overall, the only thing making this display perfect is the lack of a QHD resolution, which at this size isn't a big deal. Overall, the Xiaomi 15's display deserves an A+ grade. Okay, now we are in Christchurch. It's now 9:39. Battery percentage is at 86%, and I'm here with Xiaomi. What do you want to say to our audience?
Hello! Subscribe to Upwards!
Well, you guys know what to do. Okay, let's get some food.
Lots of battery. I've never sat in here. I have a Prakasha slab.
And I've got, can you see? Tiramisu donut. Alright, we're now at Hagley Park. It's now 11:20. Battery percentage is at 81%, and I'm with my friends Victor and Carlo. Hey! How are we?
What's up? We're just right next to Avon River. Some people have just jumped in for support raising. We're raising to get money to go to conference.
National
conference. Follow conference.
Yeah,
Exciting.
exciting. Look at the view, guys. Look,
view.
look at that yellow tree right behind you. It's beautiful. Amazing, beautiful. What a day it is in Christchurch.
Very nice day. Alright, so we're gonna go for a bit of a walk. And yeah, let's take a few photos and test out the cameras on the Xiaomi 15. The Xiaomi 15 is equipped with three 50-megapixel cameras, a main wide, an ultra-wide, and a 2.6x telephoto. In terms of color modes, I'm using Leica Vivid and Leica Portrait mode. Starting with the main camera, the Xiaomi 15 delivers great dynamic range, a nice depth of field effect from the large sensor, as well as great details and sharpness. Color is vibrant as well, as you would expect from the Leica Vibrant profile, and clearly pop out. Xiaomi does deliver a more saturated and brighter image compared to other phones, which some people may or may not like. On the ultra-wide, we get equally impressive shots with nice dynamic range and great colors. There is, however, no autofocus, and with a smaller sensor, images aren't as clear in darker environments. But for the most part, it is a good camera with lots of details and versatility. The telephoto is a bit unconventional at 2.6x, which is the equivalent of a 60mm focal length, but it provides great details, colors, and dynamic range. You can select 5x as a digital crop and the images do look reasonable, even though it is cropped. The maximum digital zoom is 60x, which with some AI magic can provide some reasonable looking photos. The selfie camera is a 32-megapixel shooter, which is decent but not anything amazing. Typically, Xiaomi selfie cameras are average at best from what I found. Turning on Portrait Mode, which is my favorite part of the camera system, we get some really nice Leica emulated bokeh along with great cutouts and a much more heavier emulation of mirrorless camera modes, which I do enjoy. Honestly, this is the reason why I love the Xiaomi 15 so much. The portrait mode is so much better than any other phone at this price point, and sometimes I don't even bother taking photos with my full frame camera because the portrait mode here is good enough. On the video side, you can shoot up to 8K 30 on the main camera, along with excellent pro features like log encoded. Videos look great, sharp with good stabilization and dynamic range. 4K 60 is available on all cameras and look great across all the different focal lengths. Overall, the cameras on the Xiaomi 15 are great, but not amazing. An excellent main camera and solid ultra-wide and telephoto cameras along with one of the best portrait modes you can get at any phone in this price segment. But the shorter zoom range and lack of autofocus on the ultra-wide are my biggest cons for this camera system. So the cameras on the Xiaomi 15 are still pretty high-end. They're not the best in this category, I would say, but they still deserve an A- grade. So now currently 114, our battery percentage is now at 75%, and we're gonna go get some lunch now.
What would you like, Toby?
By the way, I've been using the Mech wallet from PubCube. It's an awesome slim and simple wallet that I've been using every day. It's also a great fidget toy with a really smooth and satisfying opening mechanism. You can fit up to 6 cards and it's super easy to take out cards. Even some of my friends have just taken it and started fidgeting with it, opening and closing it. They're not sponsoring this video, but if you would like to check it out for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description. Alright, so I'm here at my friend's house. It's now currently 327 and the battery percentage is at 59%. Now let's talk about the performance on the Xiaomi 15. Xiaomi 15 is equipped with the Snapdragon 8 Elite, which is pretty much the fastest chipset available on any smartphone out there. And it shows. This phone is blazing quick, multitasking, heavy usage, going between different apps is super blazing quick on this phone. Also comes with 12GB of RAM, and that's plenty enough for pretty much anything that you want to do. Now when it comes to gaming, this phone can play Genshin Impact on the highest graphics with no issues. Now the only issue that I have with this phone is really that it does overheat a little bit. Now, could be because of the size of the phone or the baby chamber is just not big enough. That's really the only issue I have with this phone. Otherwise, everything is super solid on this phone. And I'm happy to give the Xiaomi 15 an A+, probably a 95 out of 100 for its performance just because of the overheating. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we're gonna head off and some of my friends are gonna be taking me to some spots in Christchurch. So let's go over there now. Alright, so it's now 4:25 and I'm on top of this mountain called Sugarloaf Scenic Reserve. Strange name, but hey, looks pretty cool out here. It's now currently 4:26 and our battery percentage is now at 55%. Now let's talk about the design, the features and the software of the Xiaomi 15. Starting off with the design, I really love the design of the Xiaomi 15. It's just small and compact and looks really nice at it. IP68 water and dust resistant, it really is a premium compact phone. Almost a little bit iPhone-y in a way. On the software side, this is running HyperOS 2.0, which is based on Android 15, which feels very fast and very fluid. Now, it does come with a bit of bloatware. However, I managed to turn off all of them pretty much by making sure that I opt out of all of the user experience programs. So make sure if you are getting a Xiaomi phone to turn off all of those extra features because you don't need them and they'll give you advertisements. But other than that, I've really found that the software here to be super lightning quick, really efficient, really fast, and smooth. Now in terms of the features, ultrasonic fingerprint reader, which is super snappy, super quick to unlock your phone, USB 3.2, a really nice haptic engine that feels very solid and pretty good compared to a lot of other phones out there. I think it's better than Samsung's actually. It also has super fast wired and wireless charging as you can expect from Xiaomi, and overall, it's a great package. You're getting a really good design, really good nice features, and some pretty decent software. The only cause is that, yes, there is the potential for bloatware, and it also only has 4 years of major OS upgrades. So altogether, the Xiaomi 15's features, design, and software gets an A grade. I think we're about to go down to the city, explore more of that place. So I'll see you guys down there.
This would be like the
Alright, so we pretty much reached the end of my day in the life. It's now 10 o'clock and our battery percentage is at 18%. So let's take a look at the battery usage of this Xiaomi 15 to see how the battery performance did throughout the day. Now, unfortunately, Xiaomi does not have a screen on usage battery indicator, so the closest thing I can get is a healthy device usage, which does not include home screen usage, notification usage, and basically anything that's on an extra app, which is pretty annoying because it doesn't really give us a good indicator of exactly how much screen on usage I've got. But it says here that I've had 4 hours and 3 minutes on apps. So if I account the time where I've been using the notification center or just on the home screen UI, I would probably add another 20 to 30 minutes. So that brings our screen on time to 4 hours and a half. And with 18% left, it's pretty good actually for a phone of this size. We've had a pretty busy day and I have pushed this phone quite hard, especially with a lot of high brightness usage. But I'm going to give the Xiaomi 15 an A- grade for the battery performance. Alright, now I'm going to grab some of my luggage from my friend's house and then come back and talk about the conclusion of the Xiaomi 15. Okay, so I'm now at my friend's place to grab my luggage. Now let's talk about the Xiaomi 15 overall and kind of wrap up my thoughts about what I think about this phone. Overall, the Xiaomi 15 gets an 87 out of 100 rating. This actually gets a better grade than the iPhone 16 Pro, which had an 86 out of 100. So overall, even though it has some cons like the slight bloatware, if you can get past that, this phone has an excellent package with a great display, great cameras, excellent performance, and overall is a great choice for most people to get if you're looking for a small phone. Anyway, that wraps up this video. I'm Upwards. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.